What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to be doing some FIFA 21 gameplay. Now, I'm not going to actually play any matches, but what you are going to see is FIFA 21 simulate the championship season. So we're going to see FIFA 21's predictions on what will happen in the championship season. It's already been a very unpredictable start in the championship, only 4 games in. You've got Reading and Bristol City way up on the top, and then you've got Wickham and Nottingham Forest, the teams down there, with Sheffield Wednesday still fighting their 12-point deduction. So we're going to do this for a little bit of fun. We're going to go to manager career right now. So there you go, we've got the options. Now, obviously as a Chelsea fan, I want to do Chelsea, but if I'm going to be honest, I am definitely going to be doing a championship club for you guys. So it's interesting to see the different sort of budgets that they have. You know, they don't actually show the squads, which really surprised me. I thought they may actually show the squads by this side of the thing, but yeah, Rotherham only coming in the 2-star rating, Swansea 3-star, Watford 4-star, that's incredible, and Wickham of course only 2-star. So the team I'll go with, I mean, I could literally pick any team, but I'm going to go with Bristol City, following I've also already have done a career mode on them last year on FIFA 20. Speaking of career mode, right, so if you saw my Fall Guys stream the other day, I would have explained what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do career mode on Chelsea, but I'm also going to do one other club based on your choice. So I'm going to do 2 different clubs and 2 different career modes on the same stream. Let me know which club you want me to do in the comments down below. And what I'm going to do in terms of YouTube or Twitch, YouTube, you'll see career mode. Now on Twitch, you see everything else. You'll see me play Fall Guys, maybe a bit of Ultimate Team, other games, maybe Call of Duty sometimes. So that is what you'll see on Twitch. But on YouTube, you'll see career mode. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see it on videos or live streams, also let me know that as well. But without any further ado, I'm waffling on. Let's go with Bristol City, since they're the team that I managed to deal with in my Road to Glory last year. So there we go, guys. Here we are, the start of a season. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to calendar, and there we go. So I'm going to simulate to the end of the season, but just before, just so we can see all the other competitions as well, because what I'm going to do, I'm also going to show what has happened in terms of the Premier League as well. So I think I'm going to simulate up to here, just before the season ends. Let's simulate up to that, and we'll see where Bristol City and all the 23 other championship teams will finish, but we'll also see the Premier League table. We'll see who gets promoted and also promoted via the playoffs, and championship stats such as top goal scorer, most clean sheets, etc. So let me sit back and we'll just wait and see what happens with Bristol City. There you are, guys. I've made it to the end of the season, the 29th of June. I have to confess, likewise with BenHD, I got sacked midway through the season. It was in mid-February where Bristol City went on a form of 6 defeats in a row. I got my contract terminated and Rotherham have taken me on. I mean, I don't know what the table looks like now, but I knew Bristol City were 19th place, with Rotherham being only 1 place below in 20th place. So I'm going to find it very interesting to see what the table looks like. And it's very, very interesting. Right, I work from the bottom downwards. Looks like I've saved Rotherham. So the 3 teams relegated are Coventry, Wickham and Barnsley. So the other 2 newly promoted sides finished 24th and 23rd respectively. So Coventry right now, Coventry have played positive football, I would say, but there have been a couple of performances where I have been a little bit disappointed of them lacking the will to win the second ball and having game management. Mark Robbins as a manager as well is the one I'm not too sure on, but he's one that can definitely prove me wrong. I think Coventry do have all that it takes. Wickham 23rd. Now I think Wickham are definitely going to be one of the favourites to get relegated, unfortunately for them. They've not really shown me already in their first 4 games that they have what it takes. They've already conceded 10 goals in their first 4 games, which is not a good sign. They've still not scored their first goal. I think once they score their first goal, Wickham could have some confidence, but the longer that goal drought goes on for, then the more likely I say Wickham are going to really struggle. And interestingly, Barnsley 22nd. Now, Barnsley is in disarray at the moment. They've lost Gerald Struve, of course, to New Red Bulls. They must get this next managerial decision right. If they get it right, I think Barnsley can recover, but if they don't, it could be a very tumultuous season for Barnsley. But now it looks like Rotherham, the team I'm currently managing right now, have finished 21st place. Unbelievable. I actually managed to get this Rotherham side to survive. Luton Town 20th place as well with 40 points. Bristol City still 19th place with 47 points, so it seems the change of manager hasn't actually improved their positions. 11 wins, 14 draws and 21 defeats was just not good enough for them. Derby 18th. Interesting, actually. It could be a realistic position at the moment for Derby, following that they've not started all that well, but I don't know. Their squad suggests otherwise. They definitely should be a top side, but it depends how they nurture under Filikoku's style. It's going to be interesting. Millwall 17th, very interesting. Millwall right now have had some pretty good games. I think that their game against Brentford where they looked really, really good, but they need to stay consistent. But I think Millwall will be higher than that. Middlesbrough 16th is very interesting. I'm not too sure if I completely agree with that, if I'm going to be honest with you. Middlesbrough, I think, should be a little bit higher at the moment. They've shown that they've got a bit of defensive discipline at the moment. I think Neil Warnock is a perfect fit. Whether he'll get them promoted, I'm not too sure, but I think they should definitely be top up. Preston 15th is very surprising in my opinion. I actually think Preston will be a little bit higher than that. Reading 14th, one of the most shocking decisions yet. They've got a 100% start at the moment. If they play like they have done in the first 4 games, they'll definitely not finish down there. You know, Panovic right now has made them defensively so much better, and I think that is really going to help Reading. They could be an underdog story like they were under Jaap Stam when they managed to make it to the playoffs. We've got Huddersfield 13th. I think that can be realistic. Sheffield Wednesday 12th. I forgot to say we'll apply their 12-point deduction. So you take away 12 and 62, that makes 50. So if you scroll down a bit, that will put them in and around 18th, 17th region. That's actually not bad for Sheffield Wednesday with all things considered. The fact they've still got 50 points with a 12-point deduction, that is pretty good. 16 wins, 14 draws, 16 defeats. Definitely possible. I definitely think Sheffield Wednesday have the squad to survive. Swansea 11th is shocking in my opinion. I think they should be top 6 so far for what I've seen so far. Queensborough Rangers 10th is interesting. Once again, 17 wins, 12 draws, 17 losses. Definitely think they can be around top 10, but I do think that they'll finish just below that. 9th, Brentford. That's a big call, and I have to say, FIFA 21 might not be wrong with this one because they've not started all that well. They may have a bit of hangover. I can definitely see Brentford being around top half of the table, sure, but whether they'll be top 6 and promoted, that's going to be another question mark. So, Birmingham 8th, interesting, because honestly, under Aitor Karanka, they've definitely looked a lot better defensively, but whether they're going to score enough goals to get 8th place, we're going to have to wait and see. Cardiff 7th, that is actually what I predicted in my championship predictions as well. I don't think they'll finish top 6 for what I've seen so far with Cardiff. I mean, it's really difficult to make a call just 4 games in because you just cannot predict the league in just 4 games in. You can have a good impression in terms of performances, but with 42 games left, teams from who looked down under could literally turn it around and completely change their season. So it's hard to put your finger where teams will actually finish, but 7th is quite interesting. So now we get to the top 6. So Nottingham Forest 6th. They are currently in the bottom 3 right now, 0 points. Of course, they've now got Chris Hughton as a manager, who I think will do very well for Nottingham Forest. They've got a load of defensive midfielder and defense-minded players, so I think they'll definitely suit Chris Hughton's style a lot better. Interestingly, they'll get them to finish 6th, where they just missed out last season. Intriguing. Stoke 5th. That's a very shocking decision for me. I don't think Stoke will get top 6. I've not seen enough at the moment that they can be up there. Maybe top half, but I don't think top 6. Blackburn 4th. Well deserved at the moment. They're scoring a load of goals so far in the championship, apart from their last game where there was 0-0 with Cardiff. If Blackburn get top 6, that'll be an unbelievable season for them. And interestingly, Watford, Norwich and Bournemouth, the 3 relegated clubs, finish in the top 3, and it's Watford, the one recently relegating, who cannot finish, automatically promoted, and Bournemouth are the team that finish right on top. That's very, very interesting actually. So with Bournemouth so far, they're definitely the one recently relegated team that I actually feel more comfortable watching at the moment. Attacking wise, they look so good. Defensively, they've not been perfect, I'll tell you that, but with performance wise compared to Watford and Norwich, they have definitely been the better performers. Norwich are definitely a team that they have definitely underperformed at the moment, but I think it's because they've signed a load of players. They need them to gel, and I think eventually it'll click. I mean, Daniel Farke's promotion-winning season, he didn't have a strong start, but then he only needed a good run of games, and then Norwich got promoted that way. So I think that would be a similar season with Daniel Farke, and Watford to just miss out. I mean, so far that could happen. You know, I am seeing a bit of concerns about Vladimir Ivic's 5 at the back formation, whether they can score enough goals. But if they keep more of their players and they don't sell a load of their players like Sarr, who's been getting a load of interest recently, I think Watford can have a good season. So top goal scorer is actually Danjuma Groenveld. So Danjuma of Bournemouth with 23 goals is the top goal scorer. We've got Chapman in 2nd place with 19 goals. I didn't think I would see that for Blackburn Rovers. Chapman with 19. Wow. Some very interesting names I'm seeing there. Troy Deeney still up there. Timo Pukki at Norwich up there. McLean up there. Cantwell, who I do think we'll go to Leeds, but interesting he's up there. Looks like a big contribution to Stoke's success was their clean sheet record, because Jack Butland got the most clean sheets with 18. Before we move on to what FIFA 21 predicts with the Premier League, let's see who has won the playoffs. So in the Championship players, we see Watford get through Nottingham Forest by 3-1 on aggregate, and Blackburn and Stoke, Blackburn squeezing through by 3-2. So we have a playoff final between Watford and Blackburn. Could Watford make an immediate return, or Blackburn, the former Premier League winners, can they return to the Premier League after nearly a 10-year absence? Well, that answer is no. Watford managed to beat Blackburn in a dramatic 5-goal thriller by 3-2. That's incredible. So, interestingly, the 3 relegated teams, Watford, Bournemouth and Norwich, all returned to the Premier League in the first time of asking. So whilst we're there, let's go to other leagues and we'll see what happened with the Premier League this season. So we'll go from top to downwards. Man City win with 92, Liverpool 1 point behind 91, Chelsea 11 points from Liverpool still with 80 points despite the transfers we've made. Man United 4th, that's a surprise I guess. Arsenal then Spurs making the traditional top 6, Leicester 7th, Everton 8th, Crystal Palace 9th, Wolves 10th, 11th Fulham. Are you kidding me? 12th West Brom. Okay, that's a bit, I don't know about those decisions. 13th Newcastle, okay, 14th West Ham, Burnley 15th, Brighton 16th, Aston Villa 17th, Southampton, Leeds and Sheffield United are relegated, the 2 Yorkshire clubs in the bottom 2 places of the Premier League. That's very surprising in my opinion. That wraps it up. So FIFA 21 has predicted Watford, Bournemouth and Norwich to return to the Premier League for the first time of asking, and they're also predicting Coventry, Wickham and Barnsley to get relegated. So that's FIFA 21's predictions. Let me know what you think of them in the comments down below. This was just a little bit of fun, guys, to see what FIFA 21 is going to go on. We'll go back to FIFA 21's predictions at the end of the season and we'll see how wrong or how right they were. But that wraps it up for today's video. If you guys like what we see, please press sure do give this video a like, tremendously appreciated. If you haven't done, please subscribe to the channel. It would really make my day. We want to get to 300 subscribers ASAP and to 1,000 subscribers. That's my target, so I could do a collaboration with BenHD. If you guys are thinking of other YouTubers I can collaborate with, let me know who in the comments down below. I'm rubbish of asking people for things. You saw my forecast stream the other day, you would know that by now. So do help your guy out if you want me to get a collaboration. And to do that, please share the channel. I only had 6 shares this month. We really want to try and push, I say, for at least double figures in shares. If you could do that, that'd really make my day. But that wraps it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary if you saw the end of this video. And as always, take care, guys.